and welcome back to another episode of Building Eternia with me, your host, Recon. Today we are actually going to be doing some building in the Malaysian-inspired Molten Cliffs city, where we are going to be, as shown in the intro, we are going to be doing this area. I've already done this building and this building right here. They're all very quite simple, but hopefully we'll get a lot done because of that. I'm planning that we get all this interior area done, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get this area right down here done as well. I'll show you how I build all of these areas and how I think about the lore behind this area and how I'm going to continue this area. Anyway, I'm going to start building and cut you back in when I've done so. And we are back in the world where I've mainly done the exterior of all of the builds. Hopefully you can understand me, I'm still quite sick. I've got a spot of sickness, as they say. So yeah, honestly, once again, like I said earlier, very simple build, and the reason behind this is because I believe in Minecraft, obviously in the YouTube space, there's always this like weird obsession about having very big builds with like hell of amount of detail where you can get like the same amount in just a small area. Like this area right here. See, it's a bit chaotic, but you can see how much like it has character to it, I'd like to say, and how, how people formed the city, and it just stacked on top of each other haphazardly. And I believe it has more character than this area right here. This is the train station, which I was working on earlier, but then got bored, so I decided to go back to the Molten Cliffs. And honestly, except from this one area here, it's very basic. So I feel like I do prefer the areas over there. Like this, another good example is this building right here. It's very simple. It has a lot of detail in it, and it's mainly because it's so small, because you can like pay attention to all the details. Like this little cables running down the side, this massive wire tower with this hat-hatted like structure the person who lived to have made. So overall, I feel like the structure of my build, the structure of these builds being, very simple, small spaces, despite the law implications, it's honestly quite fascinating how yet one small building block makes a massive canvas. Like the slums here, all the different buildings, due to them all being drastically different from each other, yet using the same base structure, still allows for a great amount of detail and a great amount of like fascinating areas to look at. Like this water feature right here, completely random, very small, very simple, but it's still one of the most like fascinating things to look at out of my entire world. Like this area is a bit boring. I don't know why I kept this area a bit boring. Anyway, that's that. Alright, so this segment I'm gonna say, well, this story behind how this area is linked with the area out there. So basically, long time ago, there was like a mine, and when the mine collapsed, an entire group of people were trapped in a massive copper cave, where all these, and then they decided they needed to survive, and due to the cave's magical properties, life was able to. Why is there a pig there? So yeah, since magical properties and a solution to bad writing, ma- um, alien life began to form, including spruce trees, and yeah, so that's why they're all down here. And for the reason why a lot of the town up there, I said, was like a university living, is because due to the town's ancient history, like Oxford, they decided to build a massive university about like nature and like engineering, all that stuff, on top of a mountain due to its very weird, bizarre formation of being a very staggered tabletop mountain with then very jagged mountains on top, including a volcano. So yeah, that is the story behind this area, and obviously the future plans are for this entire, mainly this area, be much more like a schooling district. Maybe like there's a regular school there, secondary school there, and then obviously the university slash college on top. So yeah, and I think that is it. So time to go back to building the area, and see you in the next segment. So for this segment, I've decided to give you a demonstration of how I build interiors. Hopefully I can do this in the time frame, and if not, it's going to not be in the video, or it's going to be an epic jump cut. So if we do this. So like I said before, this area is very meant to be a like student accommodation. I haven't said that yet. Well, plan for this area is meant to be like a uni type building, uni type stuff. So I have to center the build around being that, to be honest. So let's say they only need one. What is that? What does it break? I don't know. And yeah, done. So there's a picture right there. It's very simple. That's usually how I make these interiors. And that is the end of the segment. Hello, I'm back. It's been a while, and I owe you an apology because unfortunately, despite these areas down here, they're all interior. All the others are unfortunately not. They're all empty husks at the moment due to time constraints and me just wanting to get this video out. I'm not going to be able to finish them, but I will finish them in the next video. Hopefully, I'll get a new video released by Monday, maybe Tuesday. But unfortunately, due to an exam, I might not be able to post for another week and a half. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations so I can help improve my videos, always welcome. And I'm gonna just start something. I want your opinion on something. What, realistically, what is the best wood type to build a house with in the early game? And what is the best wood type to build a house with in the late game? Say in the comments and I'll try and reply back to you. But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Building Eternia with Recon, the first building episode, and goodbye.